Hello everyone, I'm going to be going over lists today, HTML lists specifically. So we have two types of lists. I just want to mention this on the lists page. We have what are called ordered lists, which give us a numerical list, and what are considered unordered lists, which just give us a list with bullets or markers, whatever you want to call these. So ordered lists, the order matters. Unordered lists, the order doesn't matter. Now, structurally, these are exactly the same. You have the parent element for the list, which is OL if it's an ordered list, or UL if it's an unordered list. And then you have any number of list items. So OL, ordered list, LI, list item. UL, unordered list, LI, list item. And the browser will automatically give your ordered list or your unordered list the correct type of marker. And those can be customized later with some CSS in the future. So in the body, we're going to be adding each type of list. So I'm going to start with an ordered list, adding a few spaces to show the hierarchy. Left angle bracket, OL, right angle bracket. Again, I always like to do the opening and closing tag at the same time so that I do not forget the closing tag. And I'm going to go a little bit further over for my list items. So left angle bracket, LI, right angle bracket for my opening tag. Almost the same thing for the closing tag, just with a forward slash. And I am going to copy and paste to get a few list items here just to save a little time and then change the content however it's changing. And let's take a look. We have our ordered list. Now, the unordered list is nearly identical. It just has UL for the parent element and end of UL. Now, just a reminder, in an unordered list, the order doesn't matter. And again, just to save a little time, I usually copy and paste my list items and then update the actual content. And I need to be a little bit more careful there. Okay, there we go. Now you can see my bulleted list, order doesn't matter. Something you may notice is that the browser automatically gives you a little bit of space on the left, a little bit of margin or padding, just visually for the list. Now, something that's interesting about lists is that you can also have sublists, and you can have any number of sublists that you want. It's just that the sublist goes inside of a list item, and this is something that a lot of people mess up. So either list, it doesn't matter which one, choose an item where you're going to be adding a sublist, and again, it's going to go in between the opening and the closing tag for that list item. So after the text for the list item, but before the closing tag. Now, you can use whichever type of list you want. I'm going to do another ordered list in this particular case. So OL for my opening tag. And this is somewhere where it's really helpful to make sure that you're indenting each level separately so it's really clear what's the parent and what's the child. If you keep everything all in the same spacing, so everything's all up over here, I'm just going to undo that. It just makes it a lot harder to follow in terms of what's the parent, what's the child, what's the grandchild. So I have my new ordered list in between the tags for the list item. And then I just add my list items. And again, I usually copy and paste to save some time. And then I switch the content to whatever it actually needs to be. And we can see my sublist shows the hierarchy by having a larger indent so I can tell that it's a sublist of my list item too. If the order of this didn't particularly matter, I could have done an unordered list instead of an ordered list. And you can see the markers. Now, we have complete control of the CSS over what type of markers display, but for now, this should give you enough of a start. So when you're done, make sure that you have an ordered list and an unordered list and at least one sublist. Don't forget to make sure that your sublist is actually inside of a list item. So it's in between the opening and closing tag of the list item. It's not in between list items. It is actually inside of a list item. All right, and that is it for lists.